Hey everybody, it's been a while since my last video, but I wasn't expecting these till Monday. Today's Saturday, and had a box sitting on the porch, so figured what the heck, why not make a video? Everyone likes SGC returns, right? The outer box had the absolute crap beat out of it, so hopefully the cards are fine. They seem fine, so I did not submit these directly to SGC myself. I went through Eric Giroux at Boca Raton Card Subs. Highly recommend his services. So he sends back the card savers, and there's quite a few cool cards in here. So I'll just talk really briefly about it. I'll maybe do a full video on this card, but this is Ray Demet, the New York variation. The significance of this one is it came out of a collection where the former collector just documented like all player movement in the entire league, and this one documents a trade from New York to St. Louis on the 16th of December. And if you're knowledgeable about the set, basically that trade cost T206 collectors a ton of money. So just a fun little piece. I'll talk more about that. Drew hooked me up with this. He got this, I believe, in a lot on eBay. And just a cool little stamp there. Finally decided to get that holdered. Next up, this is a Larry Doyle portrait, Piedmont back. Now what's unique about this one, and you can see it a little bit, as well as the glare, but anyway, a little bit of a wet sheet transfer of the brown. You can see Doyle somewhat in the back. I thought the lighting would be good here, and there is pretty good lighting, but you can also just see me. There we go. This is a Moose McCormick. I just love the color on this one, so I sent it in. Lots of, this one's weird. It has some weird print stuff happening here. It's like red over the bill of his hat and his nose. Next up is another Larry Doyle portrait. This is just a factory variation I needed, so the Sweet Caporal 460 Factory 30. Next up, this is a very unique card. This one deserves its own video as well, but here we are. This is a Tom Downey batting Tolstoy back in an SGC 2. And this is not added after this blue ink. This is part of the printing process. There are only 2 known Downeys with this error, and as far as I know, there's no other subjects that can be found with what I believe to be factory numbers on the bottom. So this is quite the rare piece. I found this at a small auction house and couldn't pass it up. Next up, this is a really nice looking card with the exception of this wrinkle right here, but Hans Lobert, great color, great registration, nice centering, just a good looking card. Got that in a different auction house. Next up, this is a Fred Merkle Colgan's chip. I don't like the way SGC is holding these now, but just went for it because I wanted it in the holder. Hard to display without the holder. Next up, I just like this guy's name. Hosea Sinner, or Signer, depending on how you want to pronounce it, but Boston National in a 5. I bought a lot of Colgans on Facebook, and they're all like gorgeous. These are actually some of the lesser condition ones. The Merkle is a 4.5, and this one's a 5. I'm sure some of them got much higher. The person that bought them from me graded them. Just a gorgeous example. Next up, I don't know why this one's in the sleeve. This was a killer find. It's like some schmutz on the case. let's see. This is James Hippo Vaughn in a 3.5 T205. This is a short print. Some people think Vaughn should be in the Hall of Fame. He would be definitely borderline if he got in, but it's a very tough card. Found it in a little auction house and bought it and had it graded and couldn't be happier with a 3.5. I thought it might get a 4, but really with the corner the way it is, 3.5 is totally fair. There are some awesome cards in this order, so stay tuned. Not that the other ones haven't been cool, but let's see. This is I don't really know a ton about this set. I just collect like Americana and California cards, and so this is 1880s Kenny Bros N224. A lot of that series is of the military, so it'll have like soldiers on it, and they also have like, this is the subset State Arms, and this is the California, so SGC did not deem it to meet the minimum size. I have a hard time like finding references on this set just because it's very obscure, and so I'll be on the lookout for maybe one that'll get a numerical grade, but this is really a nice example. Just eye appeal. Let me show you guys the back. It's missing some paper on there, so I was expecting a 1, but oh well. Let's see what else we have in here. Oh, okay, so this was one that I decided right at the last minute, and I'm happy I did. This is a pretty tough T206. This is Al Bridwell Portrait No Cap, Sovereign 350. And basically this card would not stay in its previous holder for whatever reason. So like if I tilted it like that, it would just, the card would be floating around in there. So I was kind of paranoid about damaging it, and it looks that, you know, they reholdered it for me, and it looks like it's in there to stay. So thank you to SGC for doing that free of charge. Okay, now we get to the cool stuff. Okay, so this is an Addy Joss, is how I say it. Some people say it differently. Shout out to Drew. I don't know which way is right. I'm just sticking with it. I'm not folding to peer pressure. So anyway, Addy Joss Portrait. Just a really nice example. This color and registration is stunning on this card. Way better than my current copy. So this was in a PSA slab when I bought it, in a 3.5. I was worried that SGC would knock it down based off of the back centering, but they didn't, and it remained a 3.5, and I could not be happier. So there's that. 2 more. Stick with me here. This was the biggest win that I've had in a long time. I bought this as a PSA 2.5, and I thought it looked like a gorgeous example. Really, really clean card. You guys can see how clean this card really is. Slight diamond cut, but great centering, great registration. Really nice color, with the exception of his face is a little paler than I'd like. And I'll have a card to compare it to here in a second. But to get a half grade bump like that, and I think that I got a very good price on it as a 2.5, and then for it to become a 3, I just couldn't be happier. Here's a shot of the back. So there's that guy. And then a great friend of mine from Facebook saw the post that I made about my Giants team set, which I will be making a video about in a while here. Said, hey, I'm trying to downgrade my set to a 3. I have this 3.5 Christy Mathewson Dark Cap, and I think it belongs with you. And so I traded him my previous 3, and he sent me along this guy, Sovereign 350 Christy Mathewson. Just a stunning example of this card. You can see that the color in the face is a little better, along with the green and the blue in the background, but just could not be happier to own both these. I like having a common and a rare back for my Giants, and this was the last card I needed an off back of, and yeah, just super nice of him to hook me up and give me a great example of the card. So yeah, anyway, that's everything I have for you. Brian asked for this video, so please in the comments say thank you to Brian for talking me into this. If you enjoyed the video, if you did not enjoy the video, please tell Brian that why'd you make Max make this boring video. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you all have a nice rest of your weekend, and maybe I'll see you at the National. All right, bye.